Hello, fellow humans and teachers. This is my video about a law or policy that affects teaching in my country. Woo! For those of you who don't know, I live in sunny Stockholm, Sweden. Now, Sweden has become a multicultural society with many languages. In Sweden, children have a right to language education in their mother tongue as a subject in compulsory school. The National Agency for Education regulates specific principles to support the development of language skills for students with a foreign background. The Swedish national curriculum states that students with a mother tongue other than Swedish should be given the opportunity to develop a mastery of their native language. This often serves as a bridge between the language spoken at school and the language spoken at home. While in theory, mother tongue instruction in Sweden is therefore available for all children and is a great support, unfortunately, despite the support through provisions in Swedish law, mother tongue instruction is quite a marginalized subject, most of all due to its non-mandatory status, the fact there is limited time allocated for it, and the fact that the subject and its teacher are often contested in internal school debate and indeed in public debate. Mother tongue instruction is a controversial or contested topic due to, of course, the education is being paid for through taxation, and there's controversy over whether or not this is the best way to integrate students with an outside Sweden background into Swedish society. Now I'm going to attempt a little bit of historical background here. So the multilingualism that Sweden and of course many other Western European countries face today is of the result, of course, of a considerable influx of immigration during the last 50 years, and this has offered a gigantic challenge to the education system at all levels. As an example, the number of students in compulsory schools in Sweden with a mother tongue other than Swedish increased by 30% from the mid-80s to the early 1990s. And this has only increased more since the recent immigration from Northern Africa to Sweden and to the rest of Europe. Under the 1997 mother tongue instruction law, all students in Sweden who have another mother tongue except for Swedish are in theory allowed to have mother tongue classes at school. I say in theory because, of course, this provision and law is not mandatory. So this means it's up to the school itself to decide whether or not, and the parents themselves to decide whether or not they want the child to have this provision. In my opinion, I think mother tongue instruction is incredibly useful. It's essential, in fact, and can really have a positive impact for students who would otherwise be at a disadvantage in the school system. The fact that it's not mandatory can lead to being undermined. On the other hand, I understand the perspective of teachers who don't want to see their students taken out of the classroom and missing out on what's going on there. So my final thoughts are that I'm very happy to live in a country that takes into consideration the background of people who have moved there. I only wish that it was mandatory and taken more seriously by all head teachers and other teachers in the school. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.